What I've just done is just cut this. This is broken off this willow tree and fallen down. Still got leaves. And I've just cut this wide piece. I cut it longer than necessary for now because I always trim it down, just to get the actual meat of what I require. So that's what we've done. I'll bring you back a bit later when we get to the next stage. So this bushcraft pot hanger, there's going to be different ways of doing it. You've seen, or I'll put it on the screen, the more traditional one that consists of two pieces of wood, one with a hook and one with this Y, works as a lever or a cantilever. And if you don't want to mess about as much, you just want to have one Y branch. This happens to be, as I think I did film a couple of days ago, from a branch that fell from this big tree up here, and it's still quite green. There are 2 or 3 ways of doing this. The first one is using this Y stick. I chose it to be that big and that strong and that thick. Using jungle string, jungle cord, as sent to me by my friend Jurgen, and he sent me some photographs of this idea using the paracord. So I shall name this, his version, the Jurgen pot hanger. But I made my own version too. I shall call mine the Robert's toggle pot hanger. So what have we got? Basically, we got a Y branch which needs to be big enough to fit on a tree, on a suitable sapling, for want of a better word. Sanya, bogger off. I'm filming. You could of course use a, an upright stick, but then you'd have to knock it in the ground, wouldn't you? You'd have to knock it in the ground, and then you'd have to use your 90 degree as such. We don't want that. We just want to be able to use a suitable tree to support this kind of pot hanger. So what we did, or what I did, chamfered off because I've got time. I'm on the dog's walk. I have about half an hour to an hour before they disappear off, like now. Sanya, you did something come near. Anyway, I just chamfered, or not chamfered, squared off. No, I don't want you here in the film, my darling. Go over there. You're all stinky and covered in mud. Just don't disappear off. God almighty, who'd have them? Yeah, I just squared this off on the inside, so really just to reduce friction, turning. I put a notch in underneath here, just a very simple notch. That's for version 2. And I put a notch here for my pot wire or whatever it is we suspended. But for the Robert's toggle version, I need to put a hole in there, and that's what I'm going to do. Now, if I got it with this here, gimlet, I think they're called, a gimlet. the Japanese gimlet I have. So that's what I'm going to do now. I just need a diameter for the size of 550 paracord. We're through. Okay, we're at a bit of an angle. Nothing too serious. Just clean up those holes. You can see it's green wood. Okay, put the tool away. We don't want to do a Joe Robinette and lose it in the fire. So always put your tools away. First opportunity. Right. Next step. So with Jurgen's method, you get your, this is just a piece of jungle string, jungle cord that I happen to have, more than long enough for this job. So we take our fork, whatever length we suspected we should have our fire at. Let's guess that would be at this height here. So we're just going to loop this over here and there would, and then I'm going to just wrap my jungle cord around yonder tree. So yeah, just wrap it around a couple of times, getting caught up on every bloody thorn that you could possibly imagine, and just hoist it out the way. You can just thread it through if you want, like so, and there you have it. You might benefit from having an S hook. Where have you gone, S hook? I know you're in there, asshole. I know you're in there because I put you in there myself. Okay, let's get the contents of this out because there it is. One S hook would go in there, and you would, well, you can now see how it's far too low, this, so we would have to, you know, either wrap around a couple of times like so, which could be the case, or we'd have to adjust at the other end, and then we would just hang our pot. Now there is half a litre of water in there, and a HOBO brew kit, and as you see, that would be fine over a flame. Now the other version, or the other variant, if you don't want to risk having your paracord in the way, it'd be simply to wrap it around where we had the S hook before and just lock it in somewhere convenient for you, and then just suspend your pot off there and your fire would be underneath. So there's two variants of the Jurgen's method. It's nothing fancy, but it might be interesting for some of you. It's bushcraft at the end of the day. This is the underneath. We want to, we've got excessive amount of paracord here, as I said. I made it for something else, but we use it for this. The end is nicely being burned off. We're going to thread that through there. Should go nice and easy, hopefully, he says. A little bit of wiggle there. Pulling the cord and not the sleeve, not like that. Okay, shit happens. Pull this through till we get our small little dowel in that notch. Now I'm going to have to, probably might have to burn this again now if I can get that sleeve back over there. It's, there you go. I've got the sleeve back, otherwise I'll be able to thread it through my toggle. Doesn't matter which way you go, to be honest. Just go through once, and go through twice. Okay. Put it down to where you think will probably be needed. Probably about there. You can see how much excess we got here. Quite a lot of excess. So the idea is this will go into here. There's no weight on it, so let's get this around the tree first of all. So now you've got your hanger. You'd want it where you want to have it, where your fire would be, of course. This is where you would hang your pot from. Now I'm going to lock this off with the Roberts toggle. Underneath it, you can go again for safety, and that's it. Hang your access without knots, and that's it. That is going nowhere. Yeah, if you take the weight off it, it could drop that way. Once you've got your angle a dangle, it's going nowhere. Well, yeah, of course it's got limitations. Everything's got limitations, but for a quick pot hanger, I don't think that's quite so bad. Just enjoying the cooler temperatures. Probably now about 25 or something like that. It's a hell of a difference from 35. 2 solid months of plus 35 degrees. Too much for me, my age. My little kit, oven and boiling pot. There's your ½ litre of water. There's my bamboo spoon. There's my bamboo fork. There's my tray if I want to murder a sausage, and although it gets caught up on the wire sometimes, on the hook. Here's my drinking cup. Just a little hobo set. And there you would have it. Guys, I can't risk fires at the moment, so there you have it. There's 2 variants of Jurgen's suspended pot hanger using jungle string, jungle cord, jungle knots, and the Roberts toggle version. Nothing too spectacular, but it is bushcraft. It is a nice little thing to be able to make. It's a nice little light little pastime. You don't always be carrying these metal frames that they're buying and whatever. I do have them, but you know, if you're trying to cut down on weight, all you need is to find a Y stick, bit of cord, it doesn't even to be paracord. Even washing line will work perfectly well on this. There's no, you don't expose it to any flames, and a bit of knife work. It can all be done in 15 minutes and 10 minutes to boil your water. So you know, there you go. So thanks for watching. I hope some of you found it interesting. The 200 that usually watch my videos, I do appreciate it, and I'm not moaning. I haven't been around very much, but we'll, you know, it is what it is. I'm not going to start making excuses. So again, thanks for watching, and over and out for now. Where's my dogs?